Some people may know July 8th, 2022 as the first time Ken Carson and Destroying Lonely came together for a collaboration on the song Murder Music, starting their infamous run of bangers created together, eventually receiving the publicly touted name, the Opium Twins. But what if I told you that's not true? What if I told you the real Opium Twins' first song together was a year before Ken Carson and Destroy Lonely first collabed? I hate doing this, but we're so close to 5K, and I would very graciously appreciate it if you just liked and subscribed the video if you enjoy it, and comment if you didn't. Let me know some things I could fix, and let's get into the video. On April 24th, 2021, Homixide Bino and Homixide Michi released their first ever song called Rockstar Trapper, which later became a song off their Snotty World mixtape. This song perfectly captured the experience you'd be getting when listening to Homixide Gang, being an innovative take on the new buzzing rage sound at that time after the release of Playboi Carti genre-bending album Whole Lotta Red just a few months prior. Instead of going the traditional route when it came to making rage music, like having aggressive rockstar-like vocals, the group decided to bring their own sound, incorporating a more street rap sound to the genre, capturing the ears of new listeners and the ears of their future boss Playboi Carti. And just after a few tracks later down the line in their career, Playboi Carti actually decided to sign Michi and Bino to his new buzzing record label called Opium, joining the likes of up-and-coming artists Ken Carson and Destroy Lonely. At this point in time, Homixide Gang had a lot of eyes on them, and not just that, but a lot of untapped potential together. Because they were signed so quick by Carti in their career and weren't ever really trying to take rap seriously, they were very amateur sounding in the beginning of their career pre-Opium. But with the help of better producers, help of writers, and access to better equipment, Homixide Gang released their debut studio album in 2022 after being signed to Opium. Now, from what I see on Apple Music, Homixide Gang album Homixide Lifestyle was the first ever release under Opium, but according to the group themselves, Carti decided he wanted to sign them in 2021 after hearing the song SSN in the studio for the first time with Bino and Michi.
Happened. I'm sure you guys played him a bunch of music and like it took some time. It wasn't just like right away, right?
First song he heard. It was right away.
It was right away?
First song he heard.
What was the song? I'm so curious.
SSN. He thought it was nice.
Damn.
Homixide Lifestyle, in my opinion, was a great stepping stone for the duo that truly showcased what separated them from not just their label mates but also their competitors in the underground. Everything was genuinely going good for the duo. Their numbers were at an all-time high, they were touring, doing shows, and they even at times were coined as the best artists in Opium. But unfortunately, not all good things can last forever, and in February 2023, Homixide Bino was allegedly caught texting a minor and attempting to bring underage girls backstage at shows. The underground went into a complete uproar with the announcement of this news, and unfortunately for Michi, it had effect on him too. He just got caught in the crossfire. Now though, as of today in 2024, everything involving those allegations placed on Homixide Bino have been proven to be nothing credible, I'll say, but with this response at the time coming from Bino, it didn't really help. And since those allegations came out, the career of Homixide Gang has been on a complete roller coaster. Outside of the controversial Taylor Swift cover for their Snot or Not album, nothing memorable really came from this body of work that stuck with the fans for a long time. And in my opinion, this tape has some fire beats, but I believe this is really where the narrative of Bino being ass and ruining Homixide Gang originated from. And it doesn't help when, in all honesty, Bino would ruin sounds with his poor energy at times and bad lyrics that just didn't resonate with people. These same critiques can honestly be said about their next album they released in the same year, being Fifth Amendment. Now, I will say this was a better album in my opinion compared to Snot or Not, but also there wasn't much you had to do to be better than Snot or Not. Unfortunately though, this album just didn't do it for Opium fans, and if anything, fans were just losing hope for the group altogether, even petitioning for Michi to just depart from Bino and become a solo act. This album was released October 27, 2023, and since then the group has only officially dropped 2 songs since then. Damn. Also still having yet to collaborate with Playboi Carti or Destroy Lonely.
Why?
But I don't blame them because no one's collabed with Playboi Carti.
Fact.
But at least Destroy Lonely, like, come on bro, that's literally your teammate. They did just announce their upcoming album releasing this Friday at the time of my script writing, which when recording this right now, they released I5, U5, We5 last night. And with the release of R50 a few weeks back, I haven't listened to the album just yet, but I think we'll be seeing more rock inspired music on this album, which the group is no stranger to with the past sounding releases on their other bodies of work. They're also going all in on this Slipknot aesthetic route for the album promo, which I think after seeing the pics is really tough. So hopefully when I listen to this album later on, I get that rock inspiration that I'm thinking. Before I end this video though, I do want to express what I believe the issues are with the group. Starting off being how inactive these two really are. Yes, they do post on Instagram and Titter? Really?
Freak ass,
Kidding me? Instagram and Twitter, but outside of posting fit pics and snippets, bro, they rarely go on live.
Facts.
They're not really involved within their own communities.
Facts.
They don't do a lot of interviews.
Facts.
They don't do shows outside of touring or big events like Rolling Loud.
Facts.
They aren't as out and about at functions like Ken or Lone.
Facts.
You'll probably honestly never ever bump into one of these dudes. And just to really make this more understandable for you, they just have no personality.
None.
I don't know who Michi is.
Who?
I don't know who Bino is.
Who?
What is their lore?
What?
Why do I root for them?
Why?
What do I know to separate them as? What's the difference between these guys and Baby Kia or L5 or even their closest associate 500?
Facts.
500.
500.
Right, it's 500, right? Let me know in the comments, bro.
500.
Second issue is, and I feel will always be, is the allegations with Bino. I don't think it helps that people already just don't like him because they feel as if he takes a lot of the shine away from Michi on their songs. So when you constantly keep releasing BS, then you go do some BS and you even respond with some BS, people will feed off that like sharks. And unfortunately, bro, Bino just can't escape that shit. My last and final issue is within the music itself. I just believe there has to be a better balance when it comes to the distribution of things between the two. Even though I understand the hate for Bino, I can't completely 100% stand by it because these two guys really do need each other. Like Ray needs Shrimmer or me needs Goes. Bino and Michi wouldn't have made it this far if it wasn't for each other, so I don't think they need to necessarily break up, but they do need to realize Michi is the star within the two, and he just needs to be pushed as the face of them two, like Sway Lee or Quavo. Also, I just feel like Carti could benefit greatly letting people collab who aren't named Ken Carson and Destroy Lonely, because Homixide Gang hasn't collabed with Ken in 2 years, and they've never even officially collabed with Lone. So let's fix that, please. We already know they hang out because we've seen pictures, but let's see progress be made in the studio, okay? Because how I see it, Homixide Gang is so far behind when you compare them to a Great Chaos, No Stylist, and even If Looks Could Kill, to be honest. I believe in Homixide Gang though. I really do believe in them, and I really hope Carti does too, because they really just need like some exhibit fixer upping and they can genuinely be so good. Honestly though, if I'm gonna be real, I'm just scared if this album doesn't circulate well, it may be over for them too.